Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day and joining us on our call. Today's call is an introduction to C.O.R.E. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary this year of providing services to financial professionals all over the country. We started in August of 2000 and appreciate you joining us and hearing about why we're different and why you might consider doing business with us. So today's overview, going to talk about how we're different, that we're process driven, not product driven. Continue to discuss other reasons why we're unique, introduce the concept of our relationship managers, discuss one of the core premises that we use in our planning process, the art of discovery, how our case design team works, our philosophical methodologies, discuss case management and underwriting, licensing and contracting, and then the technology and training that we have available to help you. So how are we different? And everyone tells you they're different. We fundamentally believe that the financial services business and the risk management aspect of the financial services business is a relationship-driven business. We have been focused on long-term relationships. As I said, we're celebrating 25 years. Many of our broker-dealer clients have been with us for 25 years, 20 years, 18 years. We've been working with the same firms. We have advisors that have been doing business with us longer than C.O.R.E.'s been incorporated. Everything we do is process driven rather than product driven. I will tell you, we have nothing. The products that we have, they're ubiquitous. Every IMO, every BGA in the country's got the same products to offer that C.O.R.E. offers. You know, there might be a 5% differentiation one way or the other. They might have a carrier that I don't have, or I might have a carrier they don't have. But the core carriers that are in this business, all IMOs, all BGAs, all insurance risk management providers have. So it's not about products, it's about process. It's about how do you integrate and implement those products and solutions for your clients. We provide a consultative model, not transactional. We're not going to call you up on the phone and say, hey, we've got this hot annuity that you should go out and call every single one of your clients and try and sell them this hot product. Try and fit the Cinderella shoe on everybody's foot and see where it fits. We approach it from, let's do good discovery with our clients. Let's find out what their needs are, and then let's go find the best solutions that we can. We have results-proven tools and resources to enhance your client relationships. The name C.O.R.E. stands for Centered on Relationship Enhancement. I always share the story with those that know me that my father and I were saying, okay, we're going to incorporate our wholesaling entity. What are we going to call it? And my father came up with Centered on Relationship Enhancement. And me being a little bit of a left-brained analytical, kind of dropped my head for a second and said, oh, geez, what is this, Oprah Winfrey? It took me, a couple months to realize the genius of what he was saying with regards to, it really is our business. It's centered on relationship enhancement. The solutions that we help you provide are about enhancing the relationships with your clients, about your clients enhancing relationships with those they care about. It's about us helping you enhance your relationships with the providers that provide the products that are solutions. It's all about relationship enhancement. And again, 25 years experience. The tools and resources that we bring to the table are all results-proven solutions. We want to optimize solutions for your clients' reasons. You know, the whole Reg BI movement, acting in the client's best interest, acting, that whole movement, it came about where the regulators like, oh, we need to act in the client's best interest. Our commentary about that was, well, what have you been doing so far if that's not what you've been doing all along? From day one, we've always geared our company to provide the best solutions we can for your end user clients with the resources we have at the time. Personal, responsive, and you get to talk to your team. You call into C.O.R.E., a human being answers the phone. You don't get a decision tree. You don't get we're experiencing a higher than normal call volume. Please, whatever. Or our options on our menu have changed. Please listen carefully. Core marketing, how can we help you? You'll get to know the people you work with on your team on a first name basis. You'll work with the same people. When you submit a case, the case manager you deal with from submission to commission is the same person throughout the case. Your relationship manager with C.O.R.E, it will be the same person throughout your relationship with C.O.R.E. They will help you navigate the systems and resources that we have. We have a passion for what we do, providing risk management solutions, providing the best solutions that we can. It, again, 25 years providing those solutions. We care deeply about what we're doing. We care deeply about doing the best that we can every time. And I will say we're very good at it. Most of the advisors that do business with us continue to do business with us once they get to know us. So again, we are process driven rather than product driven. So your first engagement is with our relationship managers. They help with client generation, client engagement, and client conversion. They have conversations with you. They do discovery on you. They help you identify what are the opportunities with your existing clients, or how can you get new clients by offering risk management solutions and integrating them into your overall practice that you're providing your clients as an advisor. Client generation, client engagement, client conversion. Once you've engaged with a client and with the help of the relationship managers, you've identified opportunities, you've done discovery, you've got the fact pattern for your client, you bring it in, and we have tremendous case design capabilities. We provide an objective analysis. We're not trying to take every single opportunity you bring to us and maximize our commission payouts by selling the most expensive products we have in our portfolio. We're trying to provide an unbiased review of the offerings in the marketplace. It's the right thing to do, and two, it's good business. We want you to trust us. We want you to bring every opportunity to us that you can over the long-term relationship that we have. And to do that, we have to have you trust in that we're providing an objective, unbiased analysis and recommendations for your client. We provide technical analysis of products and strategies, and we prepare you to present effectively to your clients. And in many cases, we're on the phone with you when the case design team or the relationship manager or both are on the phone with you, depending on the complexity and your comfort level with what we're proposing. We're with you to present and answer the client's questions. So we also offer case management. So as a IMO or a BGA, we have to provide case management, field underwriting. I will put our field underwriting team up against any field underwriting team in the business. We have long-standing relationships with our carriers. We have a reputation with our carriers of being straight up, laying the facts out, being direct, not playing any games. And if we're bringing a case in and we've built that case prior to bringing it to them, they know it's going to be a clean case and they're going to listen to the things we have to say. Sarah Parody is our head of case management. There are instances where she's taken people from a decline to a preferred offer simply by picking up the phone and having a conversation with the underwriter and explaining to them that they may have missed the perception or missed the details of the case and it warrants a review. And if Sarah calls those underwriters, they listen. We have advanced underwriting for complex cases. If you're bringing us a large case or a complex case, whether it's complex from an underwriting perspective, it's complex from a financial underwriting perspective, or it's just complex from the strategies being proposed, we're going to get in front of that case. We're going to pull the medical records. We're going to do everything on an anonymous basis to find out, okay, what risk classes are we dealing with this client? Let's go to the carriers. Let's bring the information so that before we even take an application, we have a very solid idea of which way that case is going to go, to what carrier, what offer are we going to get, and then how do we finalize the design on that case. We scrub apps. Now, in a lot of cases, and we'll talk about the technology of submitting, term cases and other cases where you can do a drop ticket or it's an electronic application. But when you get into large cases, where we like to stick with paper so that we can stay in front of that case, build it and get it, the I's dotted, the T's crossed, get it all buttoned down before the insurance company ever sees it. And we negotiate. If an offer comes back other than applied for, before we even notify you that that's the case, we're going to go back to that carrier and we're going to see if we can't negotiate a better offer, or we're going to look at alternatives. Wait, if we took this case to another carrier, would we get a better offer? And is it warranted before we come to you and lay out those options? Again, case management. Everybody in my business has to do well at case management. We don't outsource our case management. We have resources that are unique in the industry. We have a program called the RGA program where we can build a case and we go directly to the reinsurer. The reinsurer makes an offer on a case, and then we can take that offer to all the carriers on that RGA platform, and they have to accept that offer. That's unique. To us and a handful of other IMOs out there. No one else has that, but we can take it direct to the reinsurers and get a solid offer before we ever take an application. And then when we take an application, the carrier has to accept that offer. Licensing and contracting. It's all electronic. We have C.O.R.E. We get you, once we have you set up in our system, we track your licenses, we track your product training, we track your continuing education, whether it's for long-term care or annuity training or which state. Every state's got their differences and their nuances. We get your profile set up. Case design says, hey, this is the carrier, this is what we're recommending. They're going to include licensing and contracting and say, hey, we're recommending this. Can we please make sure that the advisor is licensed in the state, appointed with the carrier in that state, and that their product training on this particular recommendation is in good order. And if it's not, we'll send you the links to go get the product training done before we take the application. Saves a lot of time and delays in getting that case issued. We address advisor inquiries as to their licensing, their continuing education, and we provide timely information on compensation questions. If there's a question about the compensation that you're receiving, you call us and we'll get you an answer as quickly as we can. Sometimes the carriers are a delay. Most of the times we can explain the situation clearly ourselves. Again, we believe in not messing with other people's money. So when it comes to comp, we're totally transparent and get answers if there's ever a question. And then there's ongoing service and support. We're at the same number we've been at for 25 years. If there's an advanced case design and we're 10 years into it, and I'll give you an example. We did a case where we did a loan to an intentionally defective trust because the client had exhausted all their lifetime gifting and we needed to fund $20 million of insurance. And we set up a transaction with their portfolio to be able to carry that out. And year after year, the advisor would call, what should we do? And then the amount of lifetime exemption kept going up and we unraveled the transaction. And that case is still on the books 18 years later, clients paying the premiums, and they know if they have questions about it, they know where to call. When we do advanced work, we stand behind it. We're here. We have advisors bring us case designs. We have case designs going back to 2002. And so when someone calls in and say, hey, what did I do here? Odds are we're going to have the original illustration. So we provide a long tail of service and support to the advisors that do business with us. So what is our relationship manager's role? Our relationship managers, again, they're not pushing products. Their role is to help you navigate the systems and processes we have for you to provide risk management solutions for your clients. Our RMs will do discovery on you. They will talk to you about your discovery process with your clients. We help develop whether there's interest on your behalf and your client's behalf to any of the solutions. We do appraisals. We confirm the resources and solutions that we have, and then we help execute those solutions. That's client generation. There's client engagement. If we bring a concept to you such as asset-based long-term care, and you're like, How do I begin the conversation with my clients? Our relationship managers will coach you through that process. Hey, here's some language that we have found to be effective. Here's things here's how you might want to engage. Or, hey, here's a piece that we found very effective with other relationships. You might want to either send it out in a mailing. If you're a CPA and you're doing tax returns and you're sending out your clients fact finder for the year, you might stick some information in there. We have tools and resources, and the relationship manager can help you identify how to communicate some of the solution ideas that we bring to you. And then the art of discovery. This is something where we take a great deal of pride in talking about the art of discovery. So when we bring this up, most advisors say, oh, you mean, do I have a fact finder? Facts matter. Fact finders are good, but fact finders are only a part of what we consider discovery. Discovery is talking to your clients about what their vision, values, and goals are. Who's important, what's important, and when is it important? Where do they want to go from here? And what's their ideal outcome? These are intangible things that don't fit in a box where how much is in your 401k, or I want to live on this and I have this much income. Okay, the math matters, but for us to do effective planning, we have to know who matters to the person, what matters to the person, their vision, their values, their goals. Where do they want to go from here? And that front end discovery process, it's absolutely necessary to do good planning, right? I mean, what matters to them and what matters to the next person, the empirical math, the objective math is one thing, but where it's going and what you do with it, well, that varies from person to person. Some people, money's a means to an end. So what is it they want to have happen? If you have your own discovery process and it's very effective, we're ideally suited to help you identify the solutions for your client once you bring us the discovery and say, hey, I have a client, they look like this is what they're trying to do. We are ideally suited to it towards providing those solutions. We've always come at it from what is the client's vision, values, and goals, where do they want to go before we start delving into specific product solutions. If you would like to learn our discovery process, it is results proven, it's effective in building new relationships, and it's very effective in enhancing existing relationships. I tell the story, I had a CPA who also happened to be an advisor, invited me in to meet with one of his largest, wealthiest clients. And I went through our discovery process, and it's clearly laid out. We have specific questions that we ask. And the whole time I was doing it, I kept looking at the CPA, and I could not read his face the whole time. And the discovery process lasted about an hour and a half. And the reason is that when we would ask questions, the client would talk and talk and talk and share and share and share. So I would ask a handful of questions, and the clients would just share. So after we all wrapped up, the client left. The client was very pleased with the process and the outcome and where we got to. And I still could not read the CPA. And after they left, he sat down in a chair and he says, I've known them for 20 years. I've been doing their taxes for 20 years. I have learned more about them in the last hour than I have in the past 20 years. And he was he was thrilled about it, but two, he was also like, how did I not know some of those things? And the last part of our discovery is stop selling. Ask people what they want and then give them the best solutions you can. That's being an advisor. I always say to people the difference between a salesperson and an advisor. A salesperson will tell you whatever they think you need to hear to sign the check. An advisor will tell you the truth and help you deal with it. Our whole system and process and values as a resource to you is to provide the best solutions we can from your clients. And the only way we can know what those best solutions are for the client is to ask them what it is they want, what matters to them, who matters to them, when does it matter, where do they want to go from here. So case design, we use a values-based approach emphasizing comprehensive planning and personal attention. We believe risk management solutions need to be presented in the context of the client's larger financial plan. It's not something separate. It's not disconnected. It's not done in an isolated set of facts. It all needs to be integrated into it. So what we like to do from case design is, one, identify and address issues and concerns, identify solutions based upon the client's stated wishes, and then optimize the client's ideal outcome with the resources we have available. When we do case design, and one, we're going to identify what's the solution conceptually, then what products and resources can be used to fulfill that. And for example, if we're trying to provide financial security for a young family starting out, and a recommendation is simply buying term insurance. Well, first we identify, okay, what are their resources? What do they have available to optimize this solution for themselves? And we say, okay, in this case, it's term insurance. Now, once we've identified term insurance, let's go to the marketplace and find the best term policy we can. Let's factor in, should we put good conversion features on it? Do we just want the lowest price term? Should it be a 10, 15? So we identify and optimize what is the specific product solution, and then we help you then implement that for your client. It's a very simple solution. Also, on the other side of the equation, it's okay, the client's trying to minimize estate taxes, maximize what they're trying to pass to their family and to those they care about. And we put together some complex planning strategies. We do it conceptually first. Then you say, okay, now these are the types of products that you're going to need. Then we go identify the specific products that are going to provide the most value for the client's outlay to fund that solution. The needs and goals of your clients, their families, and businesses are unique. Therefore, their solutions are unique as well. We do not provide cookie cutter, one size, one product fits all. We have no product of the day specials. We provide comparison reviews of new products against existing coverage. And, if your client, one of our most successful resources that we offer is doing an insurance audit on your client's existing risk management solutions. And we truly provide an objective analysis. If they've got a great product, we tell them they've got a great product. If they can do better, we'll show them in the current marketplace, for the same premium that you're paying, you can get more benefit, or for the same benefit, you could pay less premium, as an example. Or you've built up this substantial amount of cash value. Could you do something with that to optimize a better outcome today? We provide advanced planning concepts for businesses and individuals. We have a series of webinars going over the next few months that are going to highlight some of those advanced planning ideas, such as ESOP, such as business continuation planning, business succession planning, non-qualified executive compensation, estate planning, utilization of intentionally defective grantor trusts. I'm just rattling off a few of the concepts. And then we provide comprehensive estate analysis and planning. We don't make recommendations in a vacuum. We have the ability to model, and I know many of you do too with eMoney and those types of programs. Well, we have our own program that we subscribe to, and we take it and we say, okay, based on everything the client said they want to have happen, based on the resources they have, we run models that project out year by year what we're not trying to predict the future. We're trying to say, if we use these conservative assumptions, we build in inflation factors. We use conservative rates of return. You factor in fees, expenses, and it's a very sophisticated model. Say, can the client get there from here, right? Before recommending any type of estate solutions, we need to make sure the client's going to be okay, that they can meet their desired outcome. And so then we model it out. And then if we come and we make a specific recommendation, we want to model that recommendation. And at the end of the day, does that provide a better outcome? Right? If we're making a recommendation, is it more efficient or provide more bang for the dollar for what the client's trying to accomplish? So we do legacy planning, business planning, insurance reviews. Again, this is if you're new to risk management and you're looking for an entree point. The insurance review process we have, engage with a relationship manager, and they can help share with you how to introduce this. Many people have insurance that they bought 10, 15, 20 years ago. Their needs, what they were trying to accomplish have changed, right? You look at your own life and you say, 20 years ago, I was in this situation. Today, I'm in this situation. Odds are the insurance that was bought 20 years ago might not be optimized for today's issues that you and your clients face. And then I think one of the largest, most underserved areas is long-term care planning. The greatest single financial threat to the average person that's semi-affluent and affluent, and I'm talking in the $500,000 to $10 million range net worth. one of the greatest threats to their financial security is a catastrophic long-term care event that isn't covered. 67% of people over the age of 65 will have some type of long-term care event, some type of long-term care expense that is not going to be covered by Medicare or any of their other insurance coverages that they may have in place. And it can be a substantial hit to their cash flow and to their net worth and to their portfolio, not to mention all the intangible costs of family, caregivers, time to take care of them. Long-term care planning is one of the things we believe every client it should be addressed with every client. I don't care what their net worth is. They should be talking about long-term care solutions. I always say to people, if you're a financial advisor and you had a client with $1 million portfolio, and after they turned age 65, I told you that there's a 70% chance that they're going to take a 25 to 30% hit to their net worth. What kind of option strategy would you put in place to prevent that? What type of risk mitigation strategy would you put in place to avoid that outcome with a 70% chance of that outcome occurring? So from an investment advisor perspective, I believe long-term care planning is absolutely critical. Other strategies, max funded life insurance, which is a tax efficient way for the affluent to accumulate net worth with Roth IRA type taxation. You fund it with after tax dollars. You buy the least amount of insurance. You maximize the tax deferred cash buildup. And in the future, should you need to or want to, you can take the distributions out of that policy income tax free. We provide comprehensive annuity planning. If you have annuity opportunities, we have software and systems to help identify whether it's a MIGA, an index annuity, a RILA, SPIAs. We have software that goes out to the marketplace that here's the best solution based on what your client's trying to achieve, whether it's guaranteed income or maximum accumulation or any annuity solution you come up with. We have great software programs to help identify the best products. And again, we're unbiased. It's which one comes out on top. We provide disability income. Again, most plans for people that are doing the working and in the accumulation phase of their net worth, right? It's their income. Very few people protect their income. Well, that's the driving force, the fuel, the gasoline that's going to help them get where they need to go. And if something should happen to that, end of story, right? I mean, there's no cash flow coming in. Now you're in a depletion mode well before you thought you were ever going to be. We believe disability income for high net worth and semi-affluent, everyone should be addressing it and taking a look at disability income solutions. And again, our goal is to optimize outcomes for your clients for their reasons. We want you to trust in our objectivity. We want you to trust that we're doing the best we can every single time. Why? Because then you'll keep coming back to us and bringing the business to us. And where the opportunities are appropriate for us, hey, we get paid, you get paid, the client gets a great solution. And there's times you're going to bring us solutions and we're going to do all the planning and we're going to come up with a great solution, but it doesn't involve any new risk management outcomes. Okay, we measure our relationship long-term with you, the advisor, not on the revenue generated by each individual case. Again, we've been 25 years doing it. We've been the same number, same team, same principles for 25 years. Case management and underwriting. I already gave a lot of examples here. Again, I'll put our case management team, our case managers, they fight for your cases with the carriers, right? They get them through, they get them done. And I will tell you that the dysfunctionality just from an administration perspective with insurance companies right now is at an all-time high in my career. COVID didn't help. All the remote working didn't help, whether it's licensing, contracting, commissions, new business, underwriting. If you don't know what you're doing and where to go, you're facing some steep challenges in dealing with the carriers. Our case managers, again, I'm in awe at the solutions that they come up with, how hard they work. And they don't really differentiate whether it's a term case or a $50 million second to die policy. They're still working hard to get it done for the advisors that work with us. And again, So our placement ratio, we're well above industry averages for placement ratios, and we're well above industry averages for persistency ratios, which means the business that when we bring it, it sticks. Why? Because we do it right before it gets there. And that I credit that to our case management team and our pre-underwriting, our app scrubbing, doing everything that we can to help get your case through as quickly as possible. Licensing. Amy Wilson heads up our licensing team. Amy cares deeply about getting solutions in place for our advisors. She's been at it with us for 15 plus years. Again, we use C.O.R.E. It's a great technology platform to track everything. When it comes time to wanting to get appointed with a particular carrier for a particular product in a particular state, your profile set up in our system, and then we take it from there. And then if there's deficiencies or things that are missing that will prevent you from doing a good order case, we're going to help. What is oh, your long-term care certificate expired. Well, and you're like, no, it didn't. I took that course. So we get that course, we load it in the system, problem solved. Oh, carriers come back, oh, so-and-so's E&O expired. So we'll reach out. Hey, do you have your current E&O? And there's other systems and resources within C.O.R.E. that help on a proactive basis track all of those issues. One of the biggest hiccups is that if you start submitting business and you're not properly licensed, I will tell you it's going to get kicked out. You're going to have to go back to the client. You're going to have to take new apps, and it's just going to go sideways, and it's going to double the amount of time it takes to get a case issued. So getting licensing addressed up front, we're very good at it. Again, it makes everybody's lives better. It makes everybody's lives easier, and it shortens the time from submission to commission. So technology and training, we have all of the technology platforms. Again, a lot of the technology platforms in the industry, almost all IMOs and BGAs, whatever you want to call us, has those technologies. We have IGO paperless application process with e-signatures. We have iPipeline web-based quoting and form retrieval. If you decide to and you want to sign up for our website, so you get a single sign-on, and when you get that single sign-on, in there are resources to run term quotes, to do research on annuities. If you want to do some for yourself, there's all kinds of tools and resources on our website behind that single sign-on that helps you find solutions and find products that are going to help with your clients. Now, my preference is you just ask us and we'll help you find those solutions. But if you would like to do some of it yourself, it's there. We can get you set up with illustration software that has every carrier you're appointed with in the system. We offer Ethos Life, which, that's a conversation in of itself, but you've seen advertisements for Ethos on TV. If you have clients and you're like, hey, they're just a term solution and you want to just have it all be automated, we offer Ethos Life. We offer e-policy delivery. I mean, it's getting to the point that having the policies issued on paper, why? I mean, the carrier's going to have a copy of it on the website that the clients can access. You can send a PDF that the client can store electronically. So we have all of the electronic resources to help streamline your business from submission to getting it issued, to getting a policy, to getting the delivery requirements done. We offer DocuSign, where if we have special documents that need signed and the carrier will accept a DocuSign solution, we help provide DocuSign solutions for your clients when that signature process falls outside the normal electronic process. Technology is a great thing, and we hear about artificial intelligence, and I'll share that at this point, technology and training. So artificial intelligence is going to eat all our lunches, right? They're going to eliminate all these white collar jobs. They're going to make us all obsolete. As I said in the beginning, ours is fundamentally a relationship business, and people want to do business with people. A few years ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, the fintech companies were going to eat every financial advisor's lunch, and they were going to build these robo-advisors, and the clients were just going to sign up, and they weren't going to ever need to talk to an advisor, and they'd never have to pay a fee, and the fish were just going to jump in the boat, and advisor fees were going to be driven to zero, blah, 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 blah. Well, where are we now? Almost every one of those robo-advisors is now hiring humans to man the phones and talk to people. Why? People do not want to invest $2 million, $3 million, $4 million online to some machine that they never get to talk to a human about, that doesn't bother to find out what their vision, values, and goals are, who's important, what's important, when it's important to them. Ours is still fundamentally a relationship business. I always joke that Bill Gates didn't go to LegalZoom to get his estate plan done. He went to the most powerful, advanced estate planning law firm and talked to people. People want to talk to people, and that's one of my mantras now is it humans working with humans? One of my most frustrating things with a lot of the service providers and vendors that we use in our business is every time I call, just to get past that artificial intelligence, to get to a person to try and explain the unique circumstances that we're trying to solve. It takes 15, 20, 30 minutes. And by the end of it, you're so annoyed and frustrated that when the poor human does get on the phone, you're apoplectic. Well, we want to avoid all that with risk management solutions and financial advisory. I do not believe that artificial intelligence is going to I guess maybe if it becomes empathetic and sentient, maybe someday, but not today and not anytime soon. People want to work with people when it comes to planning their lives, their wealth, the outcomes for their families. And so that artificial intelligence is going to make us more efficient. It's going to make our jobs easier. It has made my job easier as a resource and a tool. It has saved me a tremendous amount of time, but it has not replaced what I know and how I know to design solutions and integrate complex strategies together. So that's my take right now. And again, with a company name like Centered on Relationship Enhancement, I don't have a lot of fears about artificial intelligence replacing me, or even like, oh, they're going to be able to do tax returns. Well, people still, I know when I want to do my tax returns, I want to go sit with my CPA, go through everything in detail, ask questions, have him make suggestions, as opposed to just dropping it into an electronic file and hoping for the best. So that's my presentation about why C.O.R.E. Again, centered on relationship enhancement. It's about helping you enhance relationships with your clients. It's about providing risk management solutions that are customized for your clients to provide the best outcome that we can every time that you bring us an opportunity to provide those solutions for you. So that's my presentation. I'm thankful that you joined us, took time out of your day. If you would like more information, please give us a call, and we will connect you with a relationship manager to continue the conversation and find out how we might be of service. Thank you so much for your time.